Hi, welcome back to Sherwood Park Farm. I am CheTranqui, and this is tutorial number 3, where we're talking about handling the animals and dealing with the production related to our animals. First off, we should note that where they are. So our main farm is right here in the center, and just beside it we've got the pigs and the cows. We've got chickens between the pigs, cows, and sheep, and the sheep are just north of the farm. Everything is very centrally located. The big deal with the animals is just how much production we have related to them, both that they produce as well as what we have ourselves. So, first off, when we're dealing with our animals and whatnot, I should note that we do require that you have the cot pack. It's the Beaver Creek cot upgrade. You should have gotten it when you downloaded Sherwood Park Farm. Stevie included it, and it is necessary because there are a lot of different liquids that you'll be transporting, such as digestate, diesel, milk, homogenize the milk, and in order to be able to do all of that, you need the upgraded pack. So, with that out of the way, let's hop in game and take a glance through what we have here. As you can see, we've got grass and water on the right. That's for our cows. Up ahead, we've got a slurry pit and manure. We have two separate production areas here of great interest. This one is for our pig food. So pig food out on the side, and in is not just regular potato, but steamed potato. So we have to wash our potatoes and steam our potatoes first. Then it goes in here for pig food. Corn and beet pulp. So our beets also have to go through the beet master. So we'll talk about each of those machines in just a little bit. On the other side, we have a TMR mixer, which takes grass, silage, and straw. Each one holds, I want to say it's 40,000 of each. So you can pack in a whole bunch, and then the end product, you can see we've got 120,000 just waiting there for us right now. There are two fermenting silos. So this first one accepts grass and then holds silage. So here it will drop silage for me to be able to use. On the other side, this is for lucerne. You'll drop lucerne in, and it will also ferment it into silage. On this side, we have one of the more interesting things. Pigs are pretty normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary with our pigs on this particular farm. But we have milk collection. So this sign comes from the Stop Milk Sale mod. You'll want to download that and install it, and once you install it, you need to purchase this sign as a placeable and set it on your map, and that will stop milk from selling at midnight. This is important because of this machine. This is called the Milk Max. Dun dun dun! The Milk Max takes regular milk on one side, so I've got 45,000 milk, and then it gives off homogenized milk on the other. So I have 34,000 homogenized just sitting there waiting. And I already have production going on this map pretty decently. So I'm going to pick up some of our milk here from the milk collection. Of special note, if you're struggling to figure out how to access any of these particular nodes, sometimes you press I to unload, and sometimes you press R to unload. It just depends if the game considers you unloading or loading, depending upon the scenario. So try both of them if you're struggling to figure that one out. So here we go. We are sitting with 33,000 regular milk. I already have both regular and homogenized over at the dairy plant, but I'm going to show you where the dairy plant is, and we're going to take a look at how to utilize the dairy plant appropriately here. So first off, we're heading over to the main road. We're going to drive past the supply depot on the left and the grain elevator in front of us. And then there's the shop. We're going to take a right, and you'll see that the dairy plant is on the left. Again, this is Sherwood Park Farm, so as a UK map, we drive on the left side of the road. That was quite a challenge for an American like myself, but it's also rather amusing and fun. Alright, so I always hit that hedge. Coming on in here, my very first time attempting to drop off milk was complete failure. Your homogenized milk goes right here into this drop off. And you can see we've got about 52,000, so we have more than enough homogenized milk here. But in coming in from the outside, I would come on in, and with this milk drop-off, as you can see, I'm trying to avoid going in a certain way. And that's because I want you to see what I dealt with. So I'd come on in, and I'd try and drop off. Pressing R gets nothing. Pressing I gets nothing. Complete failure. I don't know what to do with this silo. I know now. What it is if you look at the back of the truck, you can see that the pipe goes out and to the right. And that other pipe is on my left. So I'm trying to offload to the wrong side. Thus, if you just turn it around. Oh, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and note that this here is also a milk sale point. So if you have an excess of milk, you can see that we have the unload icon. I can actually unload milk as a sale here. Nonetheless, to fill our silos, this is what we need for the actual dairy production plant. We just need to line up in the appropriate way, and there's our unload. So press I, and it fills this silo with regular milk. So the regular milk goes on this side, the homogenized milk goes on the other, and we have then 3 outputs. These are milkshake, semi-skimmed, and cream. And they, of course, as ever, welcome to Stevie's wonderfully convenient maps, auto sell. So we have milk, we have homogenized milk, and we have an output, 3 of them. So that is our dairy production through the Milk Max, which again, as a reminder, you need the multi-cot pack, the Beaver Creek update of the multi-cot pack, produced by Stevie and distributed with Sherwood Park Farm. You'll also, it should be noted, where we find this particular trailer, and you will find it under MISC. We have the Beaver Creek Garant Multi. It holds 80,000 liters and will carry everything. I have chosen on this map to color code mine. So we have, this is a white for milk. I have a brown one for slurry. I have a blue one for water, and I think there's a green one out there too for fuel and such. So with that, we're going to jump back to our truck here at the cow farm, and we're going to head on over to take a look at chickens and sheep. So chickens are right here, just on the corner, and you'll see that we have an auto collector. So right there are all of the eggs for this map, and we're good to go. Let's head back. If we take a left right here, we're going to go back up to our main farm, but if we continue through the gate, then we find sheep. So our sheep pasture here has its water in a trough and food, hay, or grass as the case may be, is dropped off right there. So we have some happy sheepies. We got more than enough hay for them for a good long time here. So that's a quick look at animals and animal production. There is one other big question, however, which is pig food. How do we handle the pig food when it requires steamed potatoes and beet pulp? So before I let you go, we're going to go south of the farm just a little bit, and we're going to take a look at these 3 machines. These are the Beet Master, the potato washer, and the potato steamer. So each one is going to require some diesel, some fuel. Or no, sorry, they don't necessarily require fuel. This one only required water and then beets. And that's for a Beet Master. On the other side, it's going to send out here, it's going to produce beet pulp. This guy requires, I want to say this was water, diesel, and then potatoes. And it looks really cool when it runs, but it's going to off-put here a little bit of compost, and then there it's going to give us washed potatoes. The washed potato then you need to bring over here, drop that off there, and you're also going to put some water in. And this is going to steam your potatoes. So you'll have steamed potatoes here. And that produces the steamed potato and the beet pulp that you need for your pig food TMR. Thanks for watching. If you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is part 3 of a 5-part series. So, part 4 coming up is working at the garden centers. There are 2 of them on this map. And then part 5 is going to be looking at the BGA. So, have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.